Nah, I feel bummy.
I know, like, should I go in a hoodie or should I go? I'm like, you know what?
Welcome to the podcast where it's like a nicely dressed person and a homeless you picked out from the streets and shit.
No.
If somebody saw you on the street, they would for sure not be like, that's a homeless person. They'd be like, oh, she's going somewhere. She got plans tonight.
Yeah. You looking for me, you can find me at the spot. Chopping it up with JONA, we talking about what's hot on the block. Up in Dago, man, we bumping. Keeping it confidential, you notice how we coming, we in front. Looking for that real, better tune in and stick by. Put on for the city every time that I dip by. Getting to that gritty every time that we sit down. Promise you it's real every time that I get round. Come on. Been in the field playing, we work.
Welcome back, Barbershop Confidential, the podcast. Your boy Jonah, ya sabes. And today's guest is Cynthia.
Hello.
AKA Sin. Yeah?
Sin City.
Sin City. Oh, you get down like that, Sin?
No. No.
Don't be setting that narrative out here that you're out here
I know I should.
sinning and whatnot.
No. I'm
How you doing?
actually pretty good.
Oh, you're a good girl?
Yeah.
It's always the good girls that be. They say they're good and they're
No,
not.
really, I am. I do the best I can. I'm not perfect, but I do the best I can.
You
Sometimes.
sometimes. We all make mistakes, right?
Yeah.
You just got to live and learn.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like your studded cup. Did you make that?
Oh, my friend Karina did.
Oh, shout out to her.
Oh, bling. Yeah.
Oh, she does creative crafting stuff like that, huh?
Yeah, so she did
Stay
and
strong.
So she did my logo.
What is Stay Strong with Cynthia? What is that?
Staying strong with Cynthia. So I like launched the website July 4th last year. It's pretty much staying strong with me. Because I pretty much did it for domestic violence, parental alienation, and teen dating violence.
What was the second one? Parental what?
Parental alienation.
What is that? I'm sound so ignorant right now.
No, you're good. I learned it myself where as I was reading, you know, about everything I was going through.
Right.
But parental alienation is basically when the other parent speaks bad about the other parent so that your children don't talk to them. So
that's interesting because I do photography and I did a wedding for a family friend, and I know he has 4 kids, and I know his mother children, and how they have like a really bad separation, and only one of his sons was there, and he has 4 sons. And I didn't want to be like intrusive because I kind of knew a little bit, but not, I don't really put my nose into it. And I was like, hey, bro, like, are your sons coming through? He's like, nah, just one. The other 3 don't talk to me because of the mom. He's like, the mom turned them against me. And I was like, word, damn, I didn't know, my bad, bro. He's like, nah, it just is what it is. And unfortunately, they've chosen to take her side, and I can't do nothing about it anymore. And I was like, wow, that sucks. At your wedding, like.
Yeah.
So that's what that is then.
Yeah, that's
when one parent turns the other one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which I think
that's unfortunate too.
Child abuse. So
some form, yeah. Huh?
Yeah, because they're
manipulation.
Yeah. Why not have both parents?
Yeah.
Like whatever happens.
The parents,
you keep it that way. But yeah, that's
it's like gang mentality, like, nah, you picking my side, and
yeah, pretty much. He was able just to flip the whole switch and make it seem I was the one who broke up the family, and why it was all my fault. Although they saw the abuse, and
Jesus.
So yeah, and because they're older, although I did get 50-50 custody for them, it's almost impossible because they're out there in Arizona. I'm here.
Oh.
And
like zero community. Are they old enough too?
My oldest just turned 18, so I'm going on since I've been here since 2020. I'm going on 3 years
with no communication.
Yeah, no. The last time I talked to him was March of last year, but it's always negativity, like super negative over the phone, text messages from dad and whatnot. So I just don't. I still do my emails out like I'm supposed to. He never replies. And of course doesn't tell them that I'm even trying to reach out.
Right, of course. So, why?
Yeah, but my oldest is 18, and
so those are the 2 he
kept. Yeah, my 2 boys, and then I have my daughter.
And those what was the third one? You said it was domestic violence, parental
alienation, and teen dating violence.
Teen dating violence?
Yes.
I mean, can you?
I talk about.
I hate to be like ignorant because these are things that I don't know.
Because it's nobody really knows, honestly. Right. Like it's I didn't know about any of this, until I started digging and doing my research because I was having my issues. And so teen dating violence, I talk about it a lot, and I just recently went to Villa Vista High School.
Oh, okay, that's my alma mater.
Yeah, because I was 14 years old when I got with my ex. So
was he 14?
No, he's 3 years. He was 3 years older.
Oh, so he's 17.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it all weird. I always like remember like in high school, like if the senior dated like the freshman, even though they're still in high school, it's kind of like the freshman, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? That's crazy. So since 14 for how long?
18 years.
18 years.
And I mean, I wanted to try to make it work, and that was my.
So bad. You had a baby at 14?
No, 16.
16.
I got pregnant at 15.
Okay.
Had my oldest at 16.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Y'all pretty much grew up together.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Jeez, I'm sorry if any of this is like too.
No, invasive. It's fine. It's super fine. I mean, honestly, the more I talk about it, the more I'm somewhat healing from it. Because I mean, it still hurts to not talk to my boys. I mean, it's something I'm never gonna get over.
Right.
And now I feel my mom's pain because I was alienated from my parents because he didn't want me talking to them.
Similar situation?
Yeah.
Like your dad would be like, oh, your mom's this.
No. Situation from my ex. I spent 12 years without talking to my family when I got
because
with
of
him.
your ex.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He alienated me from my family. And
what was he shit like? Oh, they don't understand our love, or they just want to see us.
Yeah.
And
yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and like.
And you're a child.
Yeah.
So it's like.
So and I'm just at first I was like, yeah, you're right. But then after years go by, I'm like, you know what? I miss them. I love them. And since I wasn't raised by my biological parents, and he knew that, he like used it against me and be like, they're not even your real family. They don't love you. And I just, it was hard.
That's heavy.
So I know what my mom went through now. How I wasn't around for so long.
Oh my god, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of hard to believe that shit like that happens.
Yeah.
I know. Like my sister is the worst, and for like when they started to come apart, he came and just, like told her, he's like, I've had another girl for 3 years, and like shocking to all of us because what? And like then my sister started saying like, you guys never saw how he really was. Like I never told you because I didn't want you to get involved, and so you learn, and you're just like, these motherfuckers, and then they hide it.
Yeah,
they hide it, so in the world everybody sees like, oh, what a perfect little.
Yeah, that's
he's an angel. Yeah, and the whole time he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, behind closed doors or
something. Yeah, behind the closed doors, he's a piece of shit. So you started like a program.
Yeah. So I launched the website. I started the Instagram page itself back in 2020 when I was going through my feels and my emotions and stuff, and it helped me not do anything stupid. It was helping
to yourself,
to myself. Yeah, right. It was helping me with just by reading so much and posting these things to like give knowledge to other people that could possibly be going through the same thing. And I'd start getting direct messages like, thank you for posting this. It really helped and this and that. So it started fueling me and it made me feel good. So I'm like, there's more for me out there than to just give up my life, and I know my kids need me, but at that point they were already like so negative against me. And but I'm like, but my daughter's over here like, Mom, why do you let Daddy talk to you like that? And she gave me so much strength, honestly. And she was only 5 years old
at the time. She's like 7, 8.
She was 5. Well, I mean, because we were together for so long. She was maybe like 5 years old when she started telling me these things. And I ended up in jail. I went to Paradise Valley Hospital. I ended up at Paradise Valley Hospital. They took me there first, and then to Las Colinas Detention Facility.
What'd you go to the hospital for, if you don't mind me?
Because my kids were and my ex, they were accusing me of trying to commit suicide.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The kids too?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I said something stupid in the car, but because I was already losing it, because he was, being an ass. And so he knew my triggers, and I was already on antidepressant to kind of, I wasn't supposed to be on antidepressants to cope with his, abuse. But at that point, I was kind of taking it like that, just to deal with him. Like before, I'd snap like all the time, snap right away, right away.
Like anger issues.
Anger, yeah.
Yeah.
So I started taking those antidepressants, and so because I was already losing it, I was in the car shaking, and I was like, I gotta take 20 of these motherfuckers to deal with your ass, and I like poured them all on my hand, and he saw that I poured them all back, but the kids didn't see, and I only
kind of like I'm gonna just overdose on these.
Yeah, and so right away their accusations were my mom trying to kill herself and this and that. So we ended up at a 7-Eleven right there off Telegraph.
Oh yeah, right, like right here.
Yeah, ended up at that 7-Eleven, and I lost it. Like I thought he was coming towards me, like to hit me, and I went like after his necklace, and I pulled on it, but it wouldn't rip.
So he was just tugging him down.
And then he kept like going like this, so it wouldn't rip. And well, finally it did rip, but it cut him like all right here on the side.
Oh shit!
So I had already like thrown all his things out of the car, and
so it was like an episode.
It was a whole episode, an episode that normally would happen in Arizona, but it happened here because he was driving me nuts. And and so I told the kids to get in the car, and then he tells them, "You guys don't need to get in the car if you guys don't want to." But my daughter right away jumped in the car. Since my parents live so close to there, I drove over. I'm like, oh my god, hopefully they're home because it was the 4th of July. I'm like, I already wasn't really talking to them, so I didn't know if they had plans or not. And I was like, what if they're out of town or whatever? But I was like, I'm gonna, just try it. And I ended up over there. They opened the door. Of course, they're like, oh my god, what happened? And so at that time, my son, it looked like my oldest son was calling me, but it was really the cops calling me. So they were like, can you please come back? We can ask you some questions. I was like, okay, why didn't I see anything wrong? Because I'm like, well, it was self-defense on my end, Yeah. I'm like, I thought he was going to strike at me, which is what I'm used to. And sure enough, well, they're asking me all these questions, and then put me in the ambulance. They're like, well, we're going to have to take you to Paris Valley Hospital, making, just because of the accusations that they said you're trying to
like commit. Suicide watch, maybe?
Yeah. So we just got to make sure you're not. And so I said, okay, well, that's fine. But then as I'm just laying there and they're like counting on my pills or whatever, he handcuffs me to the bed. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I don't know, like, because there was so much blood involved. They're like, this is a higher thing of, I don't know.
It's like assault and battery.
Yeah. And towards, your significant other. So they're like, so we're just going to have to take you to Las Colinas and detention facility after that.
And have you ever been to something like that before? Like, have you ever been handcuffed or anything?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not for that, but I did get a DUI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Back in the day, which was also
part of the
whole yeah, because I didn't want to drive. I told him I don't want to drive. I know I'm not good to drive, and he's like cussing me out, like get in the damn car and let's go. So that was that. But yeah, so I've been handcuffed before. So yeah, I was like, okay, well, at that I start crying like hysterically, like seriously, like, and so right away I'm like, can you get my mom? Because my mom's the one who had gone with me, but I left my daughter at my parents' house. And I was like, do not let him take my daughter. Don't let him take. I don't care what you get. Just he's not gonna take her. And yeah, I ended up. They obviously saw that I wasn't overdosing. Like they checked for all drugs and whatever, and they're like, she has nothing in her system.
How long were you there for?
About a week.
A week?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing. It was just like shock, like a week.
Yeah.
And you couldn't bail out?
I could, but I told my parents not to bail me out. I'm like, I got myself in this. I'm gonna get myself out. At that point, my mentality was just, I'm on go mode. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here by myself, and I know I didn't do shit.
Oh, okay.
So sure enough, I started writing letters to the booking department. I started writing letters to the psychiatrist there, and I was like, I gotta get out of here. First of all, I don't even live here. I'm from Arizona. And like I have all my things there. I need to go back. I need to let my work know that what's going on. She finally, the psychiatrist got to me and she was like, "We're gonna get you out of here." Like I kind of just little short story that I told her. And I'm like, I gotta get out. And then sure enough, like the next day, I had an attorney call me. And she was like, I'll get you out of here. Don't worry. If not, I would have probably lasted longer if I wouldn't start writing all those letters to them. I'm like, I got to get out of here.
Please.
Yes.
I don't deserve to be here.
Yeah. And I got 3 kids waiting for me and I got to go home and my work. And
how was that experience being inside the Las Colinas?
I
had a girl come on and she said she was in there for a little bit, but she says just like a one big room with a bunch of bunks.
No. So, well, because when I went in during COVID.
Oh, yeah. It was during COVID though. I'm sorry.
I was isolated.
Oh.
I was in my own room. There's 2 beds. There was 2 beds in my room, but because of COVID, I was by myself, which is, in a way better because I didn't want to be talking to nobody, asking me questions. They all want to know what you're in there for and what. So, I got to just space out and I wrote a lot and I read a lot and I shadow box and it's funny. I mean, the cops that were just like, they'd pass by, they're like, you missed. So, I mean, they were pretty cool with me, because I tried to open up and I was like, before I go crazy in here, But I did go cold turkey off the antidepressants I was on, which was hard. So I had to get dizzy and I'm like, I don't feel good.
What is it called? When you get off of something, withdrawal.
Yeah, the withdrawals.
Withdrawal, yeah.
And it was like, I'd start sweating and I was like shaking and I like the dizziness and it was just bad. And I'm like, so, but by that point, I told the psychiatrist, I'm like, pues ya pa qué? I don't want to, I'm like, I don't want it no more. But once I got out, my therapist was like, Cynthia, you got a whole thing ahead of you right now. Like, you have war coming for you. And we don't want you to have a mental breakdown. You're so damn strong. Like, with everything you've been going through, because I was already going to therapy when I was in Arizona. And they're like, everything you've been going through, everything you're going to go through, like, we do not want you to have a mental breakdown. And like, so they put me like on the lower dosage of it, So they're like, if you really don't want it, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't. And I'm like, my goal is to get off of it, Unfortunately, yes, I'm still on it, and I try to lean off of it or like where I'm trying to like gradually come off of it, and I feel it where I don't know, it's just weird. I'll get like the dizzy spell in a way, but I'm like, okay, let me just fight that. But then I feel. I can feel my snappiness. Like I won't take shit. Like
like a little bit more get angry quicker.
More angry, quicker. Like somebody would tell me something, and especially not living by myself because I'm living with family. It's a little harder because you can't. I'm living under parents' rules, and it's like little things here and there that will trigger me or whatever, and I'm just like, let me just stick to it until I get out of here, before I explode on somebody else.
Yeah.
But,
pop off on mom and dad.
And I mean I can speak. I can, I can defend myself when it comes to like verbally, but I still got to have that respect for my parents, and it's like I'd rather just not get to that point. And
So just for the moment,
just
respect
for the moment,
it.
Yeah.
And so you started the website, and now you go around kind of helping.
So, now I go around speaking my story, trying to help whether it's men, women, teens, going through the same situation.
Men, like. It's funny, well, not funny, interesting you mentioned men because there's no light on it.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was never in an abusive relationship, but I did have a girl hit me, like slap me. And I didn't hit back, of course, because like I could never. Like the size one, she was like really small. It's just like, and if I did, I'd be the one that's in trouble. What is she doing to you? Like, right? So I was able to walk away from it.
Yeah.
But when I tell people, they joke about it. Even people like who, because I've said the story before, they'll inbox me like, "Oh, that's why she used to beat you and shit." Like it was one time, but
yeah.
It's just like LOL, whatever. But it's like, man, that's not.
Yeah, no, and it's
like
not. It's
we
not
go through shit too.
About, I mean, I get it. Like when you're with friends or whatever, you just start. I mean, especially me that I'm a fighter and we're always like slapboxing each other, whatever. But when it comes to like being in a relationship, you can't cross that disrespect.
No, it's when it's disrespectful.
Yeah, very disrespectful. And even when it comes to that verbal abuse, it all starts off the air. A lot of times it starts there and then it goes, grows from there. So
it worries me when I worries me when I hear couples like argue like that, where they're like, "Fuck you, bitch," and like, and then they're like, "No, but that's how we talk to it." It's like that's how it starts.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it goes like the disrespect line has been crossed. Yeah. And it's just gonna get worse and worse, and next thing you know, they're gonna hit each other. Yeah. And then you're like finding yourself into like this horrible situation because you thought, oh, we're just playfully disrespecting each other and shit. I don't like it. I don't
Yeah,
even.
no, and yeah, couples should not, say like that at all, because it is gonna get worse for sure.
Have you talked to like groups of women who've been through this or are going through it?
Yeah, so I did like this group one for the San Diego Rescue Mission, and then I did it for Chula Vista High School, and I did the podcast where I spoke my story there, and one of the second podcasts that we did, there was another woman that was there with us who had also been through an abusive relationship, and we were just kind of sharing, things here and there. But yeah, that's like my main thing. That's what my website's about, where it's mainly my story, trying to give others the strength to be able to get out of the situation that they're in, or if they're out of the situation, how to stay out of the situation. Because I mean, it's a thing that you go in and out, in and out, in and out. I was in and out of that forever, and it's hard to get out of it, especially when kids are involved or finances. Because I mean, I went through the financial abuse, the emotional, the mental.
What would be financial abuse?
Financial abuse is like in my sense where I was like the breadwinner.
Oh,
And he
aparte.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yes. I was a breadwinner, and he would control the check.
So kind of like the other way. You know how most dudes come home and they're like, here vieja, like, here's the money,
check,
pay
so
the
you
bills,
can pay the bills or whatever. Yeah.
It was the other way around with you.
Yeah,
though.
and since he's always been,
you come home with like a hard hat and like your lunch
and my lunch, and I still have to make my own lunch.
He'd get up at 5 a.m. and he's all making your lunch and shit.
I would actually make my lunch. I make my lunch for the whole week for everybody.
Damn.
Yeah, like all 5 of us. But yeah, that's where I ended up in the hospital in Arizona for exhaustion. They were
fuck.
Yeah, I didn't know what was wrong with me. I'm like, I don't know, I feel fine, but then I'm not fine. Like, I'm running fevers. I don't want to get out of bed.
Body was just
done. Like, but because I was just mentally drained, he wouldn't let me sleep. He'd be like, you can't sleep until we make it and this and that. And till I'm like, dude, it's 3 a.m. and I got to get my ass up to go to work tomorrow and take the kids to school. You're not going to do it. But because andas desvelado, from selling whatever it is that you're selling out in the streets, whatever, and you come home late and you expect me to stay up with you because you want to talk about business. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I got to go to sleep. And no, he wouldn't even that. He'd be abusive in that sense. And so, yeah, that's where, of course, I was going to end up in the hospital from exhaustion. Like, dude, you don't let me sleep. And then it sucked because that financial abuse, if my check, since it was being invested into whatever he wanted to invest in, if it went bad for him, it went bad for all of us.
And he'd just be like,
and there's
give me the next check.
Yeah, and it's an ongoing cycle. And sometimes, like, to the point where it's like, dude, we're getting kicked out because we haven't paid the rent. Figure something out, And it was an ongoing cycle of never ending.
Financial abuse. Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm sorry you went through all this. It's like it's heavy. Like,
yeah.
And then like I've never met anybody who was able to get out of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I dated a girl for a bit. She was in that. Like he would beat her. Mm-hmm. And I remember like you thought that was like okay. And she would tell me, she's like, I honestly thought that's just the life that I was gonna have.
Yeah.
Like busted lips, she was telling me, and I was like, no, like what do you mean? She's just like, that's just the life
Yeah.
I was like, you were gonna stay? She's like, yeah, just thought that was just normal.
And that's how I started feeling after a while. Like, is this really what I'm here for? Like, this is all. And then that's when I started having my suicidal thoughts. Like,
oh fuck.
Yeah, because I'm like, I am not gonna be here to just, I'm like, is this it? Really? Like, just the kids and him? Like, no, I know there's so much more to life. And yeah, like I said, the Instagram helped me out. And then once I got here, from doing all those posts, that's how Maribel found me, Maribel Kings. And she's like, well, I have a podcast, and I'd like, I don't know if you're willing to share your story on there, domestic violence was a topic that, I guess listeners were asking for.
Oh.
And sure, I was like, I would love to, I'm like, that's what I'm here for. I want to help others. And if sharing my story is going to help others, then so be it. And sure enough, then she started, she's like a website creator. And she's like, I'm going to do this for you. I had
Damn,
to
that's
do this
nice.
for you. Yeah, she's like, I believe in you, and I mean, that's pretty much what threw me out there. I was like, okay, I'm doing this. Here we go.
I'm here.
Here we go. So now I'm just so happy. So it really does fill my heart to be out there helping everybody out.
Not to like bring it back, but you know how you said that when all that happened, you were here in San Diego,
Mm-hmm.
but you lived in Arizona. Like, what brought you to San Diego? Were you gonna come visit?
It was one of our little. So we would sell like brand name products like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, whatever. So we would sell at swap meet, and whatever
Oh,
didn't
okay.
sell at swap meet, we'd always end up in Mexico, and he'd go and sell at Hong Kong or whatever over there.
Oh, with the girls?
Yeah, with the girls, because they got the money. So
Was it like legit? Like,
yeah, they were authentic.
oh no shit.
Yeah. We
Okay.
didn't like, our thing was like, we're not gonna get burnt with
Selling fake shit.
with replicas. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so we didn't want replicas. We didn't want clones. Everything was 100% authentic. So,
Damn.
and I was his seller online. I was doing all the offer up and all that for him. And I would just message him like, hey, somebody just messaged me. You gotta go do whatever.
oh, because it's more like trustworthy if it's like a woman.
No, and people didn't know that
Oh.
I was a girl, because I wouldn't even really put my name on there,
All right.
and I wouldn't have a picture of myself. So we would, it was just, we'd message back and forth, and I'd be like, hey, or after work, I'd have to meet up with them, if I had the product with me, so whatever. But yeah, so we were here, we were going to sell at Swap Meet. And the only reason that I came down with him was because we had the family therapist say, you guys got to get them out of the hotel.
To go like,
Because we were living in a hotel.
oh
Well,
shit.
we were living at an extended stay for like ever. I mean, that's just expensive, but we were there because it was the most convenient thing to do without having to give a big down payment to go to
An apartment?
An apartment. And so being there, we had CPS go over the house already, because there was already a case out, because he had hit me. And CPS went and all this stuff. And then we were going to therapy. I had my own therapy. Eva had her therapy. I tried to get the kids therapy, but they wouldn't do it. And then we had the family therapist. He was so like, yeah, get the family therapist, and so he can hear our side of the story, because they're just hearing your side of the story. And I'm like,
course.
yeah. So of course, I had my psychiatrist, I had my counselors, everybody, you got to get the hell away from him, like
They were just in.
yeah, like something's worse is gonna happen. Like you're gonna
Like one day he can kill you. Or,
yeah, either he's gonna kill you or you're gonna lose it, and you're gonna do something stupid and do something to him or do something to yourself.
Yeah.
So, everybody telling me get out of there. But then the family therapist hears their side of the story, of course. But since he's very,
He has a mouthpiece.
yes, he has a mouth. He can get away with a lot of things, and he thinks he's above the law. So, he's over here like, she's just, not wanting to work things out with me and this and that. And, I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, you almost killed me on the freeway, and you want me to work things out with you? Like, I don't get it. You almost killed all of us. The kids were in the car too, So, besides that, my kids had already seen so much of it. I'm like, I'm just done. I'm fed up. We got to end this already. And
so you were trying to leave.
I was already trying to get out of it. Yeah. So then the therapist says, just, work together.
What kind of a fucking therapist is
That's
this?
exactly what I said. I'm like, what? Then my mom was like, you better sue his ass.
Real shit.
I was
though,
like,
bro.
oh my, but I had so much on my plate already from getting out of jail and doing this and doing that and trying to fight for the kids, that I'm like, that's not something I'm worried about right now. I'm like, yes, it was his fault. I'm not gonna lie, it was his fault that I ended up, in jail and going through all of this. But I'm like, you know what? It was a blessing in disguise, because once I was in there, I'm like, thank you, God.
It's like a break from.
Yeah, thank you, God, for putting me here, because something else worse would have happened.
True.
And this was a big eye opener, big eye opener. And I'm like, here we go. We got to do this, Cynthia, stay strong. That's why my thing's like staying strong with Cynthia, and whoever's going through hell, just stay strong with me.
I mean, it's so important what you're doing, though.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure did your friends know like what was going on, and their like natural responses just leave.
Of course, yeah.
Because guilty as well. I've always been like, what do you just leave? What do you mean? Just fucking walk away.
It's so much harder than just doing that.
And they're like, you don't understand, Jonah. And it's like, you're right. I don't.
Yeah.
But I felt like when I was in that, I was like, I need to get out of here. Like,
yeah.
And it was that made me like completely hit the switch to be like, because I told one person, my brother-in-law, and I was like, please don't tell my sister. My sister's gonna tell my mom.
Of course.
You know, like, and it's just gonna, they're gonna protect me because that's my bigger, my older sister and my mom. They're not gonna be cool with that kind of shit happening. And he like told them anyways, and he's all, bro, I had to tell them, like, you can't keep that to yourself. And I was like, fuck. So it caused like, so it was like already me thinking like, I can't be in that kind of situation, and then them like reinforcing that, like, what the fuck, you know. And I was like, yeah, I was able to like leave. So, but when I say like just leave, like, you got to take into account like they control the finances, they you know, like they threaten them, the kids and shit. So coming from you, I mean, I'm sure it helps them. Or because you've been through all that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, they'll come to me for advice. Of course, I don't give legal advice, but I can do some recommendations on what I think they could do. You know, so or resources. I have so many resources on the website so that they can just go on there. And get that help.
When did you start boxing? Because I see that you box.
I started boxing while I was 14.
When you started boxing?
Yeah. And it was hard because my parents, I wanted to play football, and they were like, you're not going to play football. They're like,
why not? Is it because you're a girl?
Because I'm a girl, I guess. Yeah, they were like, you want to be the cheerleader for your brother's team? I'm like, oh.
I want to be on my brother's team.
I'm like, I want to be on his team. But no, so like I tried it for like 2 weeks. I'm like, I can't do this. They're too perky for me.
Too what?
Too perky, too like, you know.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, I can't do that. And I just couldn't. So since they didn't let me play football, then of course years go by, and I'm over here like looking through because I did singing, dancing, water polo, acting, gymnastics, like so many sports, that then I was like, oh my God, look, there's a boxing class that has no contact. So can I take it? But at least I learned the fundamentals of it.
Yeah.
And it was at the Hotel Recreation Center. And my mom was like,
that's here in San Diego.
Yeah. Here in Chula Vista.
Oh, okay.
And so my mom was like, oh, I guess let me talk to your dad. And so of course he's like, well, yeah, déjala, you know, like she's already a teenager or whatever. And so as I start training there, they were like, have you thought about fighting? And I was like, no, my parents don't let me. I'm like, I'm just trying to see if the classes said. They're like, well, you look like you've done this before. I'm like, well, maybe because, you know, from watching things here and there, but because I just love it, you know, it's like a passion. And so eventually I ended up at another gym in IB. And that's when I started competing. Although my parents, of course, got to the point where they're just like, you know what, we don't have a choice. Let's just let her do it. But that's how I met my ex.
He was in the class?
He was one of the teachers he was one of the coaches for the
teachers.
One of the coaches at the Hotel Recreation Center.
Okay.
So it was him and his coach. And then once his coach was gonna leave, he left the class to him, and then I became there. So we had our adult class.
So like when he would like come at you like in arguments, was it like low key like a boxing match? Like were you guys like
No, because we never like okay. So obviously it didn't start off like that, right?
Right.
It all started with the isolation and, you know, not talking to friends. I had to stop talking to friends, and not talking to family and things like that. So then the first time he ever hit me was on our wedding day, and I know it sucks.
Damn.
But yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing.
I know.
It's like
just
shock.
Like, yeah, I know. Like, oh, shit.
Like, I had a girl come on here and she told me that her husband committed suicide. And she's like, yeah, like, I saw the signs and I like, but it wasn't like I'm laughing. It was just like, holy shit. Like,
yeah.
What did you just tell me, you know?
Yeah.
So this is my reaction. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at the situation.
I get it. Yeah, no, I get it. I completely get it. Don't worry. So yeah, that was the first time. So, but I never struck back because I always thought of the kids. I always thought we're both gonna go to jail. What's gonna happen to my baby?
Oh, the CPS is gonna take the kid.
Yeah, right away.
How you already had a baby when you got married?
Yeah, I had two. I had the
two
boys.
Was there signs that led up to like hitting's next?
Not really.
So it was just kind of like out of the blue, it escalated an argument, and then
and it was, you know, he was always pretty much every time it happened was maybe towards the end there was times that he wasn't under the influence, he'd do it regardless, but in the beginning it was always, of course, I started learning, okay, just shut up, drunk, you know. even if he gets home at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever, I would just learn to kind of stay quiet. But then he'd like pick at me and pick at me and pick. He knew my triggers, so fuck up, so because I talked back or whatever.
Was there ever a time when you did decide to like
strike back? Yeah, towards the end. Yeah, then again, I would always think twice to do it because he'd hit me. Like it'd be worse for me.
Oh, so he wasn't like full. Like I'm not justifying this shit, of course, but I'm saying, but like he would pull back. Like when he would hit you, he wouldn't hit you like with all his.
Yeah, no.
Like he wasn't trying to take your head off.
No.
But he was hitting you. And then if you hit back,
pinching or twisting my neck or pulling my hair. Yeah, so I'm like my neck's permanently damaged from it. Like for a while they told me I couldn't fight, but
here you are.
Here I am. I'm still gonna fight.
Yeah. For a while, you didn't think you would get out of that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, you know what? I got this. I'm gonna do it. And my dream was to go pro. Then I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do amateur. We'll see how it goes, whatever. So I'm getting this little like, maybe I can't go pro. Like so I'm thinking about it. Just because I am towards that age of, I shouldn't be an amateur because of my age.
You've been through a lot. If you like crazy how that you guys came here to sell things and then that whole shit happened, but you're like home.
Exactly.
That's all. Like, all the places.
Yes, that's why I said I'm like, you know what, God did. Yeah, there's
definitely
reason.
A blessing in disguise for sure.
Yeah.
And it had to happen. Like.
Yeah.
It had to get ugly before it got better for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, that's nice.
He's like, o te meto en la cárcel ahorita, o I don't know, because if this would have happened in Arizona, I would have probably just ended up in the same cycle again. Yeah. Just got out. I mean, he thought that I was gonna go back.
Did he go home?
He left with the boys, yeah.
He's like, peace, good luck.
Yeah, he left with the boys and, of course, talking shit afterwards, making it seem like, well, you left us because, I was like, what do you mean I left you guys?
Put me in jail, sir.
Yeah, like, that's not, I'm like, and I'm protecting myself and my daughter, so, it is what it is, like, this isn't going to get any nicer if I go home, so.
Are you divorced?
Yeah, so they finalized divorce 2021.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So a year after.
Yeah, about a year after, yeah.
Was it hard to get him to sign? And
No?
No? That's crazy.
Yeah.
My sister took forever. Like, he was, like, trying to, like, find things that he didn't, for, like, reasons to not.
Yeah.
No,
this was because due to domestic violence, and I had my case that was open in Arizona. From before. They were like, yeah, this is not going to work. So, sign it already. Yeah.
They kind of forced him.
Yeah. When domestic violence is involved, you pretty much don't. Like, they've gone to therapy, just showing, all of these,
You did everything.
did everything in my.
Because that's what it is, right? When you get divorced, they tell you, like, 6 months, make sure this is something you really want to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, have you tried everything, or is this relationship just completely,
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And you guys literally tried everything.
Yeah, I tried everything. Yeah.
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 So the effort was made. So.
Exactly.
Well, I'm glad that was able to.
Yeah.
Done with.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has the 2 boys, do you have to pay child support?
No, he has to pay child support.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not a lot, but he doesn't even pay it. Yeah, it's not like he pays it anyway. So that's that.
So you're out here for real by yourself.
Like for real, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you strong though?
Yeah, I got this.
I feel like women could do literally. And when I saw my mom, because my dad died when I was young, see her like put it on her back for me and my sister, like the respect I have for women, like damn, that's deep. Yeah, for sure. Never had anybody come on here, and the most I get is like people say like their man cheat on them with another dude or some shit, which is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, wait. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
When you were in Arizona, when did you move to Arizona?
So we were out there.
Were you moving to Arizona? Was like him furthering the connection to like home?
Yeah, pretty much. So the first time we ever moved, I was 18. We moved to Kentucky. I know. I know. Really, like, what the hell are you doing out there?
Hispanic?
Yes.
Kentucky, huh?
Yeah, but all his family was out there. So I was like, okay.
Even more confusing.
Yeah.
How was Kentucky?
I loved it, actually.
Really?
Yeah, like I wanted to not leave. I didn't want to leave.
You liked it, huh?
I liked it a lot.
Like the small town. Is it a small town?
It's yeah.
I mean, it's not like a big city, is it?
Yeah, we were in Lexington, so it's not like enormous or anything. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It's cool, like to raise a family. You get more land than you know. Okay. So, and super affordable, obviously, and being bilingual was a plus out there, Because
there's not a lot.
Yeah, there's not a lot, and the Latinos that are out there, a lot of them don't speak any English whatsoever. So, and that's when I started work because I
a lot of construction too, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I see like now like videos,
farm workers and
TikTok,
stuff too,
they're like fucking building homes and shit. And
Yeah.
it's like in like the middle of nowhere. I'm like, how'd you get there? Like,
yeah. So I did like get out there. Like I was close to 2 years. I ended up getting pregnant again out there. So then that's
with your daughter,
with my son, with my second
okay.
son. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And because it was a scheduled C-section, we were like, you know what? And then by then his, we're like, let's just go back, So I went to go I came to have my son with the same doctor that I had my oldest son with
here in San Diego.
Yeah, in Chula Vista. So yeah, that was it. I ended up at the University of Kentucky there, became a dental assistant, an expanded function dental assistant out there.
Okay.
But because I already had dental knowledge from work, I was 16 years old when I started working as a receptionist at Western Dental.
Oh, no way. Which one?
National City.
Oh, okay. Right off the freeway.
Yeah, on Plaza Boulevard.
I grew up there.
Oh, okay.
On Plaza, on those apartments that you can see from like the freeway.
Oh, okay.
Behind the North Gate or whatever.
Yeah, I know where. Yeah. So yeah, I was at that Western Dental, and then I got really close to the manager. So once I came back from over there, she had me. I became her floor supervisor there. And then just, kind of stayed within being lead PA. You're usually like in charge of all the other, like the OSHA stuff and all that, whatever. So I always wanted to go back to school, and I would tell him like, hey, you know what? And I'll make more money, He's like, ya pa qué, like, you don't gotta, go back to school, whatever. We make more money on the side, I'm like, all right, whatever. Anyways.
Ceiling on him, huh? Very.
Like, I'm like, okay, whatever. I can do shit. So when I got back here and my mom was like, take advantage, go back to school, go to, 4-year college and, I'm like, I don't got time for that. Yes, I do have time for it, but I refuse to like wait so long to like finish school and whatnot. So I did go through the Department of Rehab and they gave me that scholarship.
Oh, that's
GSD.
cool.
So yeah, so people are scared of me. I'm just kidding.
They show up there, I'm like, oh, fucking Cynthia.
Damn, Cynthia's here. No, but my goal is to help dental offices stay open.
Oh, you do it on the dental side?
Dental, medical, labs. That's my goal, to just stick with them, because I don't know anything about construction.
Oh.
So I did it for general industry, but which of course it's some of the classes I had to take were, so I just stuck to being in the medical labs because that way I'm like, I know bloodborne pathogens and I'm an authorized outreach trainer. So I can I can give classes when it comes to bloodborne pathogens and.
Okay. And how long have you been doing this?
I graduated but I was already this last year. But I was already naturally doing it. So now it's just
I was gonna say with like the whole COVID thing. Must have been a little bit trickier. But. Yeah.
No, and it is because now there's even like a COVID class that you can take for that. But so yeah, and it's just more learning about it too, because there's so much more to it than just what I was doing, the little things that I was doing to keep things safe and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I'm like, hey, you know what? I can help
before I come back and
actually find you guys. So yeah, I've just kind of been implementing all that at the dental offices that I work at because I'm an independent contractor as a dental assistant.
Oh,
and so I also offer those services. So
that part of safety, like the mental health.
So now I want to do that, because I'm already like, well, I'm a certified domestic violence advocate, and I took last week I took a class for youth mental health, for their mental health and teen dating violence. My mom was like, you should have gone to San Diego State and you should have become a therapist. And I'm like, yeah, they come in fast. I'm doing the best I can.
Look at all the shit I've been through.
Look at everything else I've been doing. Like, geez. And I'm still trying to fight. And I'm still trying to, take care of my child.
And live.
And still, like, trying to fight for the kids out there. Like, now I want to just him completely. He doesn't even look for her. So I want to remove all parental rights for her so that the only reason he'd come looking for her is for tax purposes.
Oh, wow. For the extra money.
That's money. And
who claims the other Idas?
He gets.
Oh, because once they turn 18?
One's 18.
I mean, you still can, though.
I guess if you're still living under the same roof, I think
like if he's a dependent,
like
head of household or whatever. Damn, what a crazy adventure life
Yeah.
If you think back, like when you went to jail and then now, did you see that possible?
I saw it. It was overwhelming. So I tried not to overthink it. Am I going to get, and I made myself a vision board and I'm like, you know what? This is like what I want to do within 3 to 5 years.
In 3 years.
I look at it and I'm still have it on the wall and I still, you know, and I'm like, damn, check mark. And
what did your daughter say to like from seeing that to this?
she tells me she's proud of me. There's like they do sheets at school or whatever and they tell them to write sentences. They'll always say my mom. Like I admire my mom.
Right,
my mom is strong and because she's seen everything. Still going to therapy and she went through trauma therapy.
I mean, you definitely taught her something to never put up with like any of that kind of shit.
For sure, yeah.
Sure. And then I'm sure Mama Bear is not gonna let some
exactly.
like really do your research.
And I like that I can teach now when it comes to like, you know, the teen dating violence because once it gets to her, you know, trying to like I can't be overprotective because I also don't want to lose her. But you know, I gotta kind of try to guide her. I know she's gonna make mistakes, but you gotta live and learn and I'm right behind you, you know, like. How
long has it been since no communication?
4th of July of 2020, they haven't.
So since that whole thing happened, you haven't talked to them either, or
the boys, my boys, I would try to talk to them, but it was always super negative. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, what about the?
And it was always just shut up.
Oh,
yeah, he won't shut up, and but he won't reply to emails because I'm never gonna email.
So he doesn't have your number.
And I had their number, but if they have me blocked, I can.
No, I'm saying he can't call you.
Yeah, he shouldn't be calling me. No,
okay.
And he's left voicemails and everything, but I'm not gonna.
That's paper trail.
That's it. You know, like
strong. I respect it 100%.
Yeah.
And now you're fighting, and I see that you were like, you fight dudes?
I spar.
You spar with men?
Yeah, I spar men.
But if you were to fight, it'd be.
They can't be more than 8 pounds. I don't know how it is pro, but. For amateurs, they can't be more than 8 pounds apart.
Have you lost any?
No.
Undefeated. Oh, you said that very like humbly.
No.
How many?
So if I'm counting my first fight when I was like 15, because I did go amateur when I was younger, but there was hardly ever anybody that was under the age of 18 because I was a minor. I got that win.
Any fight coming up soon?
March 11th, hopefully.
Oh,
yeah.
I
just found out this weekend. Paradise Hills, House of Boxing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So once they tell me, yeah, for sure, then I, you know, post on Instagram and I'm like, hey, you know,
start training.
come out.
Are you already training for that fight?
Yeah. I try to keep myself ready all the time. But now it's like really watching what I eat, really like no drinking whatsoever, you know, like just because I got to stay like on top of it. And even though I try to do 2 times a day for gym. Now then I start swimming. You gotta train like crazy, but it can go easy at your fight, you know? Yeah. And constant sparring.
I took some boxing classes.
Yeah.
That shit was exhausting. Like I'll go to the gym, do weight and I jump rope like a lot.
Okay, yeah.
And so when I went to the boxing class, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna jump rope," and I was like, "Easy." But I don't jump rope for like, you know, nonstop. 3 minutes, you know, because he would do like rounds.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, don't stop. Round. And so it's like constant. I was like, God damn, this is exhausting. Like I would normally
stop whenever you want. Yeah.
Yeah, because normally I do like between sets like 20 seconds, and then I'll go and do my set and then jump rope, but never nonstop 3 minutes. So I was like, woof. And then they had me like running, and I was like, cardio is not my friend.
It's hard, and it's so easy to lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, I cannot afford to get sick. I'm like, I cannot, because then there's times that I'm like, okay, I'm trying to control my breathing, but then I have like my mogos coming out. You know, I'm just like, I just can't. And it's right now with this cold, it's crazy. And so yeah, like last week I spent maybe like 2-3 days where I would jog here and there, but it would be super hard.
It's all about breathing exercises and shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, a lot.
I remember the instructor. He like humbled me, you know. He's like super short Filipino instructor, and he's like, "Come on, we're gonna spar." And I was like, "Oh, you know, all right, whatever." He was lighting me up. Like I would have to like really calm down, to just get one to be able to him, you know, like to put all my like all my speed into like one just to connect. And he was just like beep 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 beep, and I was like, "Fuck!" It was frustrating and humbling like at the same time.
Yeah.
It was tough, so I like it, but it's exhausting.
Yeah, it's exhausting. It's hard, and for sure, it's a very jealous.
A jealous sport?
Yeah.
Also
jealous in the sense that like kind of like a marriage, you know, like you gotta stay committed to it.
You
gotta you can't cheat on it. You for sure you can't cheat on it, because you do, and there goes your loss.
You're talking like getting up to a fight.
Yeah,
Especially
exactly. Getting up for a fight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm gonna go check it out for sure. I'm gonna be in the corner cheering you.
Oh, thank
My
you.
pom-poms.
I better see that. Okay.
Now I gotta Google pom-poms.
I know.
Yeah, you know who you're fighting then?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say you watching film. Is that
no,
something
it's not
you
like
do?
pro where, you know,
No?
not unless like I've already sparred the person before and all of a sudden you end up, you know, oh, this is going to be your opponent. And then like the last fight that I had, so close. And I mean, it was just like, it was hard to fight her. Like,
Because
because we became friends. So her and I were like, oh my God, well, let the best man win. You know, I wish you the best. And we went at it. Like it was a really good fight.
That's crazy because when I played football and then I would play like pickup games with my friends. But as soon as we were playing, it was like a switch. They were no longer my friends.
Yeah.
Like I was in with every intention out there to hurt them.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to like make them get off the field and be like, I don't want to play anymore. Like that was my goal.
Yeah.
Like dudes who were like my boys, and I was like, they'd be like, oh, yo, chill out. I was like, not while we're playing, bro. Like this is a sport.
Yeah.
Like right here, we're not friends.
Exactly.
You're on the other team. You're like my enemy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I was easy to make a switch of like, all right, I'm gonna have to kill you now. Like,
it's go mode.
Don't come across me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lay you out, type shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
You have to have that meanness, that aggression.
Yeah.
The aggressiveness for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like my niece, she played soccer when she was younger, and I would get mad because she was like not aggressive enough.
Yeah.
And the other girls would push her, and I was like, and she's tall, so I'd be like, nah.
You're like, can you defend yourself and go out there and do this?
These girls are like tinier, like throw your body into them, like
yeah.
And she just, you know, either you have it
in them,
you have it or you don't have it.
Yeah, exactly.
You definitely have it.
Yeah. But then, like, I know if there's a girl that's just starting, I'll like help her out in the sense, you know, like. I'm like I'll teach her, you know. But yeah, once I'm fighting somebody,
it's fair game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
When's your birthday?
May.
Oh,
I'm a Taurus.
Oh, same as Claudia. Shout out to Claudia for saying.
Yeah, we have the same exact birthday, May 7th.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know somebody has May 10th.
Oh, okay. Dia las Madres.
And I tell her, and she's like, oh, whatever. I'm the better May.
Yeah. No, we said that we have the best birthday ever.
Oh, you guys have the same birthday.
Yeah.
Same day? Like year?
Not year. She's okay. Like a year older than me.
So do you date or no? I know you're pretty fresh. 2020, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's still kind of like super, because I think COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that was just like last year. What are you talking about?
I know, that's what it feels like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, here and there.
You have like a wall?
I have a big wall.
Yeah, I mean, understandably, right?
Yeah.
Especially if they know. Because I'm sure you don't go into like, they're like, hey, what's your name? Cynthia. By the way, like I was in an abusive relationship, so good luck. And they're just like,
oh, whoa. What did I get myself into?
They're a block.
No, and that's why it's a lot of messaging before I even get to that point.
Like, before you even meet.
Because I'm like, do I even want to waste my time? You know,
right.
Do I want?
You have like vetting questions to like get things out without, making it obvious?
No, I'm pretty straight out.
Things that you want to know?
I'm pretty straight out.
So what is like, give me like 2 questions that you would ask to let you know that if you're wasting your time or not.
Why you do this to me?
Cause like, what if somebody's like, oh damn, she's very pretty. Like, let me slide in the inbox.
No, because now they're gonna ask, the questions that they're be like, okay, let me prepare for that. Yeah. No, and a lot of times I'd rather. I mean, I don't know. It's because some people do reach out to me on Instagram, but I like to study their body language. Honestly, I like to their face, how they react, what they really tell me, but. I'm like, okay, so how long you been single for? Okay, so you got kids? Okay, so what do you do on your free time? Like, I also want to know, do you spend time with your kids? Like,
if they have kids, right?
Yeah, if they have kids. If they don't, I got to see how mature they are. Yeah. I got to see how mature they are. If they don't have kids, do they want kids? Things like that.
Do you want kids?
I don't want kids.
Oh, so that's like another.
Yeah, like exactly. So I can't give you. Yeah, there was this guy that I was talking to, and I mean, we hit it off. It was nice, but I was not gonna give him kids. Like I have my kids, and I'm going through a lot, and so, And everybody has to know that I got to take this slow, super slow.
Of course. The trust there is no trust.
No trust.
And it's like, you have to build it yourself.
Yeah. And
or most times you come in with it and then it's their job to keep it.
Exactly.
Where here it's like, no.
Yeah.
Here's the pieces, put it together.
Yeah.
If you want, you know.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Yeah. And I mean, I love hard, so I want to make sure I conserve it.
So once they get through the wall.
I can.
Nothing close though so far?
No.
It's cool though because I feel like you don't put up with shit. You already know what you want.
Yeah.
You know?
And I have so much going for me too that, I mean, I'm at the point where I don't know if I want to even settle down with anybody ever until way down the road that I've achieved my goals on my own. Of course, my mom tells me like I want, you know, I already was not around. Your babies were born. I didn't get to spoil you while you were pregnant. At least give me that. Can you at least give me a damn marriage? You know, I want to see the wedding. I want your dad to walk you down the aisle. You know.
So they weren't there for that.
They weren't. No. So you know, it's like I'm like, oh gosh. So
is it crazy saying like divorce? Like they're like, oh, you single with y'all divorced? Like, or you just say it's single?
Yeah.
I used to make this joke a long time ago. I was like, I can't wait to be happily divorced. Because it's such a cool conversation starter. Like, oh, so like, are you dating nobody? Like, nah, man, I'm freshly divorced and happy. And then I would tell like a specific friend and they're like, you're so stupid.
You're so stupid.
Why would you say that? I was like, I don't know. I feel like the first one you got to get out of the way. You know, you be happily divorced and then you meet somebody.
Yeah. And I did have a divorce party. So.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, see? And you are happier now then.
And of course. Yeah.
And now if you ever get married, it's going to be way better because you already know.
Of course.
What flags to look for, what signs and all that. Mm-hmm. So, oh, see?
Yeah.
That's a lesson.
Yeah.
So, okay. Would you rather date somebody who has kids or no kids?
It doesn't matter.
No? I know single moms are like, no kids. Like, I don't want to date baby daddies. And it's like, but you...
I mean, it's different where if, like, let's say I was to get with somebody who's older and their kids are, and I'm not trying to deal with, you know, a 5-year-old either, you know? So, you know, that's different. But, because, I mean, I have a 10-year-old, she'll be 11 this year. Then, you know, it's like, okay, if you have a 12-year-old, whatever, you know, then it's doable.
They already, like,
I'm not trying
to potty
self-efficient. Yeah, I'm not trying to potty train anybody.
Oh.
So, you know.
And do you think it's weird, like, to date somebody who has, like, a newborn baby? And it's like, what?
Yeah.
That's kind of like...
Even just that there is a red flag. Just because you know...
It could go... They could
get back together.
Yeah, they could get back together.
Or I'll even, like, encourage it. Like, if it's not... Yeah, I'll be like, try to work things out. You know, maybe, you know, I don't know, things work out. You know, I don't know. As long as there wasn't any abuse whatsoever, just go figure yourself out because I don't want any of that. You know?
Yeah, so you don't want the healing phase.
Yeah, exactly.
You want healed.
Yeah, and baby mama drama and all that. You know, so.
No, you've never been baby mama drama.
Oh, no.
Because you had your own drama.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't like drama whatsoever.
None at all.
None at all. Yeah, like keep me out of it. Yeah.
That's good. Mm-hmm. That's a very
Me gusta el chisme. I'll hear it. But
we
you
all
know.
love it.
But then I'm like, okay, you know, I don't know nothing after that.
You don't want to be involved in it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what did you hear what they? Nope. What are you talking about? What happened?
Where?
Who?
No.
Your brother. Yeah. So I'd rather just not.
And you have brothers?
Yeah. It's okay. So, since I wasn't raised by my biological parents, I do have, I have my brother, and then I have
biological, or
they're not my biological.
They're part of that.
Yeah, they're part.
Mom and dad.
Yeah, part of my mom and dad, and then I have my 2 biological sisters who are here in San Diego, and we somewhat were raised with each other. You know, kind of broken in between, but because they were with my mom and with my biological mom, but obviously I wasn't. So, you know, we'd visit each other from time to time. And then I have, like, for my biological dad, maybe, like, 5 kids. And then, yeah. And then for my mom, like, 7 or something out in Sinaloa. So, yeah, I don't know them.
Your 2 sisters who are your do you keep in touch with them?
Oh, yeah, we're super close.
Oh, okay, that's dope.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. So, technically, here, you know, I have my 3 sisters and my brother.
Oh, okay. And you guys are...
Yeah, we're all close. We're all good, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's dope. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if you don't have to ask, but why were you with non-biological?
My parents just decided they didn't they didn't want me. I
I'm
don't-
sorry. I didn't. That's the answer I didn't want to hear.
I
I'm
know
so sorry.
it's all good. I mean, it's just I guess I'm blessed that I was not raised by them.
Okay.
I'd rather have been raised
How
by
you were
how I
raised.
was raised. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's my aunt, my uncle, and my grandma. Who raised
Okay.
me. So, and my grandma from my dad's side. So, yeah, I love them to death, and they're my parents, and I'm their daughter. So, it is what it is.
Oh, so it's family.
It's family, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was like adopted.
Random, like super random. Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. It's still family.
Still family, yeah.
It's just your mom and dad didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So I stuck within the family. Yeah.
Oh, all right. That's cool.
Yeah.
So they're your cousins,
They're my cousins.
but your brother and sister.
Yeah.
How you came to think
Which
about it.
nowadays, I mean, like how all the Mexicans say, it's mi primo hermano.
Yeah,
It's
primo
like,
hermano.
pretty much like that. Yeah. But
Yeah.
no, they're my brothers.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad you at least got to be with a family.
Yeah.
Because I thought you were like adopted. When you hear like not biological parents, like
I was with family. So,
Adopted.
which is
Are you planning on going back to Arizona?
No. Oh no.
like I mean, like not to see them, but like to.
Yeah, no.
No.
I mean, I know it's more affordable out there and all, but no. I mean, I've been so apart from the family that I'd rather just stay close by.
What part of Arizona was it?
Scottsdale.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
I have friends who live in Phoenix.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they said it's nice.
It's nice, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just like any city has.
Is Scottsdale more the city or Phoenix?
Um,
More city life in Scottsdale.
yeah, Scottsdale's a lot.
Is Scottsdale a party city? 'Cause all I keep seeing is like people going to Scottsdale to like party.
Old Town Scottsdale. Yeah,
Okay.
that's where it's kind of like there. It's like Third Avenue here, honestly.
Oh,
kind of,
okay.
yeah, like Old Town Chula Vista,
Oh, to party and stuff.
Yeah.
Bar scene and
Mhm. And then of course you have like Top Golf downtown, Phoenix, Arizona. That's where all the actual,
partying.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like a different type of crew that's in Old Town Scottsdale. And then, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever like? Did you have that part of your 20s? I guess like the party, or was your relationship so controlling that you never got?
I got to do it with him at times.
but
Yeah.
never
by myself, never with friends or anything
I
like
always
that.
think that's important. Like I have this
Yeah.
thing where I tell like I've had like younger coworkers,
Mhm.
and I'd be like, "Girl, you need to hoe it out. Like,
Oh my goodness.
you need to like just enjoy life. Like,
Yeah.
don't even
yeah.
worry about a fucking relationship now. Like,
Yeah.
I know you're gonna fall for some boy or whatever, but like,
Yeah.
Go-
Go explore the
go
world.
have
Go
fun.
figure yourself out.
yeah, before you like, because I feel like, for instance, people who are together with like high school sweethearts, and it's like, yes, you're in love, but I feel like you're missing. There's like windows of life that you're gonna miss
Of
out
course,
on.
Yeah.
Like that
Mhm.
wild phase where you get to go and just
Yeah.
be careless, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and have fun. And if you're like with the same person the whole time, it's like, I feel like it ends up with being with resentment.
Yeah.
Like people grow that resentment, like, fuck, man, like I see my friends living it up and I can't because ball and chain, like, so I don't know if that's kind of something you experienced because you were married or with him since you were so young.
Since I was so young. Yes and no. I mean, because I knew what I wanted regardless, even being a teen. I'm like, okay, well, it's something that I want in the future, get married and have kids or whatever. Okay, well, it happened so soon. I did not have my teen years, obviously. And my 20s, I didn't get to party like that. Did I get to party with him? Yeah, I was like, okay, well, I had fun. But regardless, a relationship should always have, the girl time and the man time.
Almost
and
definitely, yeah.
And I didn't have. That's what bothers me. Where even if I wouldn't have done my crazy wild, times or whatever, but I at least had my girl time, with
That's
friends.
so important.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people overlook that.
Yeah, he wouldn't even let me go to like work outings. He'd be
Oh,
like,
wow.
Yeah, like what the fuck are you gonna go for? Like, are you on the clock?
Like, cheat on me?
Yeah, are you on the clock? I'm like,
Was he like the
"Jeez,
jealous
dude."
type?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. As much as he'd say that he wasn't, yeah, he was.
it was
I couldn't wear certain things. Like, where are you going with?
terrifying
I think that's a jail, honestly.
in itself, right?
Yeah.
Man.
Mhm.
Like a jail that you're free, but you're not free.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember. I hate. I have this way of thinking. Is like the last person I asked for permission was my mom, and that's it. Like, or I don't like when certain people talk to me a certain way. Like I tolerate zero disrespect. whether it be like trying to control me or shit like that.
No, and that's a good way to put it. You know.
Like, so that's just how I think. Like,
Yeah.
So, but I'm also the kind like live your life. You know, like if you want to go out, have fun. Let me know when to pick you up, type thing. Because I don't like.
And that's amazing.
I don't like controlling. I don't.
Yeah.
Wear anything like that.
Yeah.
Like I have trust, and if what's gonna happen is gonna happen.
Exactly.
Like,
that's the way.
Some things are just out of your control.
Yeah.
And that's just how I live.
Yeah.
My life, and so.
And that's comfort. That's peace. You know, it's like you want.
And I love my alone time.
Yeah.
It's top.
You're like go. I just want to be here.
Top. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need it.
Yeah.
Very important. I'm glad you're doing way better.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
When Claudia was telling me, she's like, you know, like it might be. She couldn't like give me like. I was like, what do you think it'll? How do you think it'll go? And she was like, I have no idea.
I don't know. You're like,
and
thanks for so much help that you did not give.
And at first, it's like, you're like, it's heavy, like the stuff you're saying, because it's like, all I can do is feel sympathy for you, and it sucks.
Yeah,
you went through a lot.
Yeah,
I would wish that on nobody.
Oh no,
now like
get out of it.
Look at you thriving. It reminds me of those posts like, oh, you remember that guy you said you couldn't live without? Look at you living.
Look at you living. Yes,
look
exactly.
at you out here thriving.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what you got up this year that you're focused on? It's not boys apparently.
No. I don't know, just keep growing with what I'm doing now. And you know, with work in general, going pro is one of the things I want to, you know, I'm kind of thinking about now. So
have you seen that boxer? I think she's Puerto Rican from New York. And she always boxes in a pair of Jordans.
Oh, I recently saw.
And I'm like, that's uncomfortable.
They're heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy and they're not meant. Yeah. They're like, the technology's old. So you're like putting your feet through. I can't even keep them on for like a whole. If I know I'm going to be out all day, those are like for an hour or two where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
Most of the time. So her be out there like boxing like that and moving around like that.
Yeah.
No, when I jump rope, like when I go to the gym, depends on what I'm working out. Mm-hmm. Like if I know I'm not gonna jump rope, I'll wear Vans. If I know I'm gonna jump rope, I'll wear like running shoe because it has like a little bit more,
of course,
cushion and bounce.
Every shoe has its purpose.
Yeah. So boxing and J's, that's wild.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't follow like the female boxers?
I follow a few. My main one's Jackie Nava. She's always been my idol. So I love her style. I love, you know.
There's like a pretty big one from San Diego, isn't there? There's not a famous or up and coming boxer from San Diego. I'm
like,
what about MMA? You don't like MMA?
I watch it sometimes, yeah.
How do you feel? Because it's like the boxing world is like, fuck MMA, and then the MMA world is like, boxing's whack.
Yeah, I mean it's great for whoever does it. I'm just like, you know, I don't want, you know, I don't know. It's too much for me. I'm not trying to get kicked in the face, and, you know. I'm like, I'm obviously not trying to get into fights out in the streets. It's like I really need that, you know. But it's good to know for self-defense, you know. Like, do I want to learn how to, like, you know, get somebody in a headlock and get myself out of a headlock? Yeah, and my daughter. But to actually get out there and do it, you know, I'm passionate, you know. So, you know, but I'm like, look at her face. Oh my God, that ear, the cauliflower ear.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. I don't know.
Like, I'm still trying to be pretty.
No. I know it's fun. It's funny because that's what my mom was saying. She goes, "Your nose, you're gonna ruin."
From
nose.
boxing?
Yeah. And I'm like, I'll fix it later.
There's doctors for
that.
When you go out, like let's say you do go out and you see like some girl staring at you, do you like giggle at them like, girl, I'll fuck you up?
Oh, when it comes to like mad dogging me or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just smile at them.
Because you know,
because I know, you know,
you don't want these issues, girl.
Yeah, and no, and I'll never walk around like with.
They might be the MMA girl.
Yeah, nobody knows that I fight. You know, like I don't walk around looking like a fighter.
The bell around you.
I know, unless I'm celebrating, right?
Tell the bouncer to announce you. No, coming in.
I know. Make sure you use my stage name, okay?
What's your nickname? Your fighting nickname?
I don't really have one. I just I for a long time I started using like with OfferUp, I started using Sin City.
Sin City?
Yeah, so...
For OfferUp?
Yeah.
What are you selling? Prescription medicine?
And no, I mean, I would put like the CYN, like Cynthia City, you know, Sin City. So,
okay.
Yeah, so I spell it CYN.
CYN. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
CYN City. So then I started like putting that nickname on everything, you know. Like,
Cynthia, Sin City.
yeah. So then now, like the shirts that I just recently like created, it says Team Sin City because I don't have an actual like nickname.
Oh, there you go. That's cool.
My mom started calling me Pitbull, you know, but I was not gonna be like, yeah, I'm Pitbull. On
La Rabiosa.
La Rabiosa.
Pitbull Cynthia. And I was like, what?
She's like, it's because I'm in heels or she goes, can you stop walking like a guy?
You even sit down, you're like, what's up, guys?
Yes, I'm in heels. She goes, cierra las piernas.
In a skirt, thong, you're like, yeah, what up?
As a kid, no, obviously, since I was very little, like, they'd slap my leg, like, cierra las piernas, you know?
Oh, damn.
Like, so, yeah.
So you're kind of like tomboyish?
Yeah, I grew up like
growing
that.
up?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I had my girly side, but then I had, you know.
I remember growing up, there was this girl, she was super tomboy. I thought for sure she was going to be gay. Like, there was like no doubt. Like, if you told me bad, I'd be like, yes, gay for sure. And now that I like follow her on Instagram, she is super girly. And I'm looking at, when I seen her like after years, I was like, "Who are you?" Like,
is it really you?
Like, I did not recognize her because she was just like so like complete opposite. She was so girly now, and it's like, dude, you were like running with the boys, you know, like when you were smaller. So
and usually some women will keep that within. I mean, like I kept it like that, where I mean, I have my girly side, but I still show my manly side. And
that's also something to think about, huh? When you're dating, like the guy has to be comfortable with you having that stronger feminine side.
Yeah,
because if it's too much for their ego, this is gonna, you know.
No, and I myself wouldn't be interested if I know that I like
intimidate them.
Yeah, no, and my thing is like if I can beat his ass, I don't want him.
But how do you judge that? You're like, I know. Second date, throw these gloves on.
Come on. Yeah. No, I just
don't hold back, pussy. He's like, am I allowed to hit you?
That's just my little saying, okay? It's not like I really tell them that, but I don't know. It's just that's what I'm like. You know what? I have so much going for me right now that I'm like, I don't want to get controlled. You know, I don't want to have to. And it's not about controlling me, but it's more like I had spent 18 years of having to ask for permission to do this, and can I go here? Can I go there? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I wear this? I'm like, I've been there, done that. I'm like, I don't, and I know I set my boundaries. I know how to respect my significant other. So I myself am going to put a pause to myself, you know, and like, can I take on this opportunity to do this and that if it's a male, you know, if he's a male, and then, you know, then I got to think twice, like, how is he going to feel? Because how would I feel? I got to put myself in there, you know, so, you know, things like that I'm just like, I'm happy this. I'm good. I'm going to stay like this. Good.
You don't go on dates for like fun? Just to meet new people? I feel like I would. If I was if I was like a single girl, I'd be like, free dinners weekly, boy.
If I was a girl.
I'd be finessing these dudes.
I don't know, like, because I have so much going on that it's hard to even put them in my schedule.
Oh.
You know, it's hard to do that.
So then they probably get their ego hurt, like, damn, she ain't making
like,
no
she doesn't
time.
even have no time for me, and then I feel bad, you know?
And then they don't believe you because,
they don't believe me. Yeah,
oh, you're busy, but some dude's coming over tonight. Like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
We live in this world that's like a reality. Like, you could take a girl on a first date, drop her off, and then her regular is gonna come over and top off the date.
Oh my goodness, a happy ending, right?
Yeah. She's like, well, I don't know him. I'm not gonna add to my body count. Let me call my good old trusty.
Oh my goodness.
You know,
my best buddy.
Yeah, my friend.
Yeah, my best buddy with privileges. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's not having really the time for it. And
especially you had all those years where you were like caged.
Yeah.
Not literally, but like.
Yeah. And I mean, if I hit it off with somebody, because I mean, I do feel like, okay, God's going to put him in my way for a reason.
Yeah.
Let's see where this goes, you know? But then I have my guard up too high that is also like, okay, well, but I'm not ready to settle down. Mm-hmm. So you're not going to tell me I'm not going to go on some date, you know? Like.
Damn.
So, you know, type of thing, you know? So it's like.
He's like, dinner Friday? Not your turn.
Not your turn.
I got you Saturday, my guy.
Have a guy for every day of the week. Oh, jeez. No.
Wait your turn, bro. Come on. Don't be selfish.
I'm like, next month?
He's like, fuck.
every 13th of the month, I have you down.
I used to date a girl very lightly, and I would only see her on Tuesdays, and she was convinced that I was married. She's like, "You only see me on Tuesdays." I was like, "I swear to you, that's just a fucking weird coincidence. 'Cause that's the day I'm not I'm least busy."
When
and
you're
she's
available.
like, "And I've never been in your house," and I was like, "Well, because I don't like my mom meeting just anybody.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
my mom's only met 2." You know, like I don't just like, "Oh, mom," like I didn't have that growing up where I was like, "Oh, ma, una novia nueva," you know. So
yeah, no.
she was like, "I only see you on Tuesdays, and I've never been in your house." I was like, "I don't even know how to like justify it. I'm sorry."
Yeah, I'm
It's just-
sorry. Either you believe me or you don't.
It's just the way it happened.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
So I would call her Tuesday,
Oh my goodness, that pasa.
and she's like, "Who's Wednesday?" I was like, "Don't worry about Wednesday. Like,
worry about
you're Tuesday."
worry about yourself and our fun today.
Don't worry about the future, baby. Be in the present.
Yeah.
That's cool though. But I get it. You know,
Yeah.
ya estás grande también. You know, like
Yeah.
not to call you old, but
It's okay. It's okay.
you have a lot of living
that's how
to
I
make
took
up.
it, but I'm just
You're like, that's how my feeling was hurt, but I'll be all right.
Yeah. I got a lot to live. I gotta,
I'm glad. I'm happy to see you could tell your story without crying. I don't know if there was a time where you couldn't.
Yeah,
but-
I've come a long way. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Even recently, like I got teary eyed, and even with the kids, I got teary eyed. So I have my moments, but
Mhm.
for sure, that's one of my main goals is to write a book out there. It's gonna be as big as Harry Potter book, But
7-part series
I
movie.
know. Netflix show, hey, you
Netflix
never
show.
know.
Yeah. I was just at my sister's house before, and then I was like, "Oh, I gotta leave. I'm gonna do an episode." And she's like, "Oh, with who?" I was like, "Oh, it's with a friend. She's had like a rough, I don't know too much, but I know she boxes." And she's like the movie Enough, and I was like,
Oh my god.
maybe, I don't know. I don't know too much.
What a lot of other people tell me too is $1 Million Baby.
Oh, that one too, but
one,
does not have the same ending though.
It does not.
Yeah,
no,
no,
but
no.
just because I'm like, oh, yeah, but like Enough. Yeah, when it comes to like domestic violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy that you're able to tell your story and
Yeah.
still smile.
Yeah.
I'm very.
Even while
I'm excited
even
for
while I
you.
was going through it, I was smiling.
Oh,
Nobody ever really knew I was going.
you're hiding behind the smile.
Yeah.
That's tough too.
Yeah.
That's important too, right? People need to have somebody they can turn to and talk to.
Yeah. But for the same reason that I'm just like, I know what I'm gonna hear. Why
Leave.
the fuck are you with him?
Yeah.
Leave already, either this or that. And the people that I did trust or whatever, when it came to family, like I really wasn't talking to them. I'd have my depression moments and I'd hide.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I'd reach out like on the down low, I'd install Facebook. At that time I'd install Facebook while I was, when I actually was like trying to rebel. I was me rebelling. And getting to work, and that's how I'd message, here and there, lunchtime, whatever.
Fuck,
with
like
family.
you were like sneaking around just
Yeah.
to talk to people.
Just talk to my family, like look for family and friends, and then getting back when I knew I was gonna get out, I'd uninstall the app and then go home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're happy being free as fuck now.
Oh yes. That's why I think twice about getting into another relationship.
I would, yeah. Talk about trauma.
Yeah.
I hope everything goes your way.
Yeah.
I hope you become pro and win.
Thank you.
You got a fan in me. I'm gonna go support.
Thanks.
I'm gonna make a shirt that says Sin City.
Yeah. Be like, Jonah, where are you?
Like,
Jonah?
front row. No, but I appreciate you,
Yeah.
sharing that with my listeners. I don't know.
No, thank you for having me.
This is a completely
Thank you for
different.
having me. Yeah, because I see, and I'm like, you guys are just cracking up, and I'm like,
Yeah,
over
yeah.
here gonna make somebody cry.
They're gonna be like, same girl, same. But I don't do it for that. I do that because I just want to talk to people I find interesting. So when she gave me just like a hint, I was like, I've never talked to anybody like that. That should be, eye opening.
Yeah.
And you definitely.
And it'll get out there, it'll open up eyes, So yeah.
Yeah. Look at her thriving. No, I appreciate you spending some time.
Yeah. No, thanks for the invite.
Making time with your super busy schedule. You could have gone on a date right now.
Exactly.
Instead.
Especially, man, I dressed up. I'm just, I'm gonna go. Let me make a phone call.
Yeah, there you go. Hit up Tuesday. Oh, it's Monday though.
No, it's Monday.
It's Monday. Don't hit the wrong guy.
I know. I'm like, wait a minute. I
Tuesday's
can't call
married.
him.
He's like, no. What are you doing?
Tuesday's marriage. Oh, hell no. No.
These dudes out here be playing games and shit. So
Yeah.
keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
I mean, you look nice. I mean, I feel like I wasted you an outfit. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I wear this is probably like the only going out outfit I have.
Well,
it was either this or a hoodie with my beanie, like always. So I'm like,
and I'm like, oh, cool little lesbians on there.
I know that's true. Huh?
Do you ever get that because you box? And I was like wrapping it up, but I'm not. I gotta ask a question.
You're like, yeah. I mean, yes, but
you get hit on by girls.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
At least you know you got it. You know what I mean? When you get hit on by both.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. How do you respond to that? Like when you say like, "Oh no, strictly dickly," and they're like, they're like, "Are you sure?" Like,
no, I just we become friends.
That's
like,
how it starts, and then they try working you, right? They're like, "Girl, fuck men," and you're like, "Yeah, fuck men."
Oh
they're like,
my
"Come here."
god, I know. Huh? We're all at the bar, just like
super drunk, and then next thing you know, you're 69 with the
oh my gosh, no.
I see
none of that.
That's how my mom would say it. Like,
I know.
You know how like old school Mexican moms have like this way of thinking. They'd be like, "No te juntes con los gays. Te vas a volver gay." And I was like, I don't think it works like that, mom.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be convinced.
Just because
they couldn't convince me to join a gang. I don't think being gay is gonna happen. Like,
no, my mom's like super old school too.
Yeah, I was like, relax, mother.
Yeah, what's up with all the swingers and this? What's up with all that? And I'm like, I don't know. Don't talk to me. I don't know. I'm not gonna start having the conversation with you.
I went like my whole life not doing weed. I think you're not smoking dick is easy.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, Mom, you're good.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, so you just take it as a compliment. Just
I'm like, thank you.
But never thought about it?
No.
Oh.
Not to change names, no.
No?
No.
I don't know. Like,
yeah,
some women may hate men that much.
I mean, I said it as a joke a few times to, but because I'm like, fuck guys, but it really, it's like, no, I know what I want. I know I want a man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There you go. Well, I'm just saying, for those of you ladies that you had a chance, you don't.
Oh
right?
My gosh.
Respect her.
Sorry.
Don't you? Do lesbians shoot like nudie pics, like dick pics? You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta ask the next lesbian I have on. Like, do you send like a finger pic? Like, yo.
Oh my goodness. No.
Like this could be yours.
I don't think so.
Or do they send like a titty pic?
I'm sure it's like breast.
It's just a titty. Like,
it's just. I don't
know. They probably
know.
have to send like their best asset. Like if they have like a tongue ring, like a picture of their tongue or some shit. So I don't know. I'm gonna ask though. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
And Cynthia will be the first I tell. Like, guess what?
Yes.
I found out.
Yes.
It is the fingers.
Oh my goodness.
Equivalent to a dick pic.
That's it. That's the answer.
That's the answer. Huh?
I'm sure you'll give it to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And if you find out, please.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Relay that message this way, so I can let my people know.
Let your crew know.
Yeah. No, thank you again, Cynthia. I appreciate it. It was a fun convo.
Yeah, it was fun for sure.
Yeah. You're welcome back whenever you want.
Okay.
If you ever need somebody to talk to,
okay,
I'm all ears.
And the crew's all ears too.
And all the
all the listeners.
They're gonna be like, girl,
like,
tea.
What happened to her?
Tea time, yeah.
Tea time, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, but you have a friend in me now, so.
Okay, likewise, yeah.
Oh, appreciate it. Bodyguard, actually. So if I ask you to go out, it's because you're my muscle.
Okay.
They're gonna be like, she's your mother? Yeah.
Yeah.
Her.
And in heels.
Huh?
That can't walk like
it walks like a dude.
That walks like a dude down the street. I'm like, oh jeez.
You don't know you don't walk it well in them? You're also kind of tall too. What are you, like 5'8"?
5'4".
What?
Yeah.
You're new, but I have a horrible perception of depth.
Oh.
To me, you're my height.
What? Okay, yeah, no.
Like everybody, I'll stand next to them. Like that's equally as tall as me. And then I'll take a picture with them, and I'm looking at the picture like
damn, they're short.
I was way off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I'm 5'4". So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had you like at 6'1".
I know you're 5'8". I'm like, what? That's taller than my mom. Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. What weight do you box at?
Right now 150.
Oh,
that's
good. What is that like? Is it the same as men? Like, would that be like welterweight?
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah. I think it is.
Do you think you have power?
I think I have power.
Like you can drop somebody?
Yeah.
Have you dropped anybody like sparring?
No. Not recent. I mean, it's just, I'm too nice in a way.
What?
Like I don't like, I know they're my buddies, so I'm not trying to hurt them either. You know, like I just
knockdown doesn't hurt nobody. Builds character.
builds character. No, and we have a girl who will not, like, she does not take it easy.
She's like,
she's a brawler, yeah. And I call her like the little Tasmanian devil, but because she doesn't care who's in the ring with her.
What's her name?
Her name's Brenda.
Oh, Brenda.
Yeah.
I wonder if I met her. Because there's not too many like women boxers, is there?
No, it's not a big thing. That's why we struggle, especially like here in San Diego. We struggle to find fighters, you know, or you end up having.
And then the weight class.
Yeah, and you're having to fight the same people over again, and it can get annoying. You know, it's like, well, I already fought her. You know, it's different where it's like, oh, it's a rematch because the fight was close. You know, but
even if it was one sided, they're like again.
Yeah, there they go again. You know, because there's not really anybody else.
Well, like I said, you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure chit chatting with you.
Yeah,
you're super fun. Thank you. You really like put some you shine the light on a subject that I was completely ignorant on. So
yeah,
the more you know, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm. And you have any more questions or whatever, you know anybody, you can direct them my way. And
there you go.
Yeah.
So if you're getting beat, please hit up Cynthia.
Not Ghostbusters, Cynthia.
Sin City.
Sin City, yeah.
That just sounds wrong, though. I think we need a new nickname.
No, I like
you know
it.
Sin City? Sin City. What's Sin City about? Sinning?
No, and my friends, it's so funny. My friends call me Fun Bucket, and some of my brother's friends were like, we're not going to call her Fun Bucket.
We hanging out with Fun Bucket? Yeah, boy. That's a raw fuck for sure.
They're like, no, don't call her that. The guys, don't call her that. But anyway, it's a joke now, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if somebody doesn't know though.
Yeah, of course.
Like my friend Fun Bucket, they're gonna be like,
yeah. One of my brother's friends were like, I'm not gonna call you that. Do you know what that means? I'm like, dude, we're just messing around. It's between us, you know. Like we're not gonna do it out in the street and start calling you Fun Bucket, you know.
Oh, Fun Bucket.
Yeah.
Fun Bucket.
Yeah, no.
Well, Fun Bucket, I appreciate.
Oh hell no.
I appreciate you spending some time here. And what's one piece of advice you'd give to women?
General. So if you're in a situation that you really need it, that you need to get out of, and you're 1 foot in, you're 1 foot out, you need to stay ready. You need to have, you just need to have a phone number on there on your phone, that you can, of any family member, close friend that you can contact right away. Have all of your things ready. Where it comes to important documents, and stay ready so that when that time comes that you gotta really, really get out, you're not like scattering around trying to find your things and whatnot. So, yeah.
There you go, a go bag.
Yeah. Go bag.
Well, thank you again, and until next time. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. You looking for me, you can find me at the spot. Chopping it up with JONA, we talking about what's hot on the block. Up in Dago, man, we bumping. Keeping it confidential, you notice how we coming, we in front. Looking for that real, better tune in and stick by. Put on for the city every time that I dip by. Getting to that gritty every time that we sit down. Promise you it's real every time that I get round. Come on. Been in the field playing, we